What's good, YouTube? Okay, I'm Triple 8 here with a double header, surprisingly. Like I said in my last video, one of my opponents for the tournament didn't give me the permission to post his battle. Well, now he did. He liked my last battle, so my last video that I made, and he decided I could post his battle. Unbelievably enough, I'm happy, so let's do this. The first battle is against that person. He's called Juict, great guy. He did a bit wrong things in this battle, but hey, we all do some stupid things sometimes, so I'm not gonna blame him. Now for the team preview that I made, I'm still with my same team because I have to according to the tournament, and my opponent is using a Sun team. Clearly we see the Ninetales, and the best users for the Sun are Lilligant, who's probably Quiverdance, and the Heatran. I don't know the stats for Heatran. Ninetales, I don't know either. I see the Terrakion, a really big threat. I have to watch out for that one. Gliscor, again, I predict Swords Dance or a Toxic Stall set, one of the two. And then there is a Hydreigon who probably is going to enjoy the Sun because it probably has Fire Blast, stuff like that. So I suspect it to be Choiced or Expert Belted. We'll see about that. Now for the battle, I sped it up again because, yeah, that's good to do. And let's begin this. So I predicted him to start with his Ninetales, but he goes into his Lilligant, and I'm just going to U-turn out while he switches in his Gliscor. Now Politoed against Gliscor, normally not a bad thing, but the Gliscor is faster than me, like most times, because my Politoed is really slow, and he's just going to stall a bit of turns. I see the Protect, I see the Substitute, so I'm thinking this is probably some kind of Toxic Stall set with Earthquake, Toxic, Protect and Substitute. So he can't do really much to me, because Earthquake will only do like 35% or something, and the Toxic, well, I don't care about Toxic because I'm a Resto Chesto set. Now I predict him here to protect again, so I go into my Tentacruel. I thought I was quicker, but I'm not. So this will be bad again. He's just going to stall a bit, and then he switches in his Ninetales on the Scalds because he can take it, and I get up my rate again because, yeah, what Polito doesn't like to troll with Ninetales. Now, in this battle, I think that my trio is going to be really important because he has a Heatran, a Terrakion, and that Ninetales, so I really have to watch out for some things. And here the Hydreigon comes in while I go for the Scald, and I get a useless burn. But I go for the Protect to see what kind of set it is, and he uses Substitute. I'm like, what the fuck is this thing? He uses Substitute while he's burned, so that's at least one good thing. He's going to get down really quick, but he has leftovers, so that negates his burn a little bit. Now Jirachi, awesome that it's raining because his Fire Blasts aren't doing that much. If the sun was up, I would be 2-hit KO'd by that for sure. Now the Lilligant comes in and he misses the Sleep Powder. Awesome for my Skarmory. It didn't really matter. It only made the process to killing the Lilligant faster, because as you can see, he now Quiver Dances up, and my Shaman will still do at least at 43% damage, because it was 43% damage at that point, so it would be a 2 or a 3-hit KO anyway with those Quiver Dances. Now the Ninetales comes in, and he misses the Will-O-Wisp, but yeah, it doesn't really matter, because again, I have a Resto Chesto set. And just because the Terrakion killed my Politoed, I know it's a bandit set, so my Dugtrio can outspeed and revenge kill it. At this point, he only has Gliscor and what else does he have? I forgot. Is Heatran left. So he has Gliscor and Heatran left. His Heatran comes in now, so you can see. On the Stealth Rock, really weird that he stayed in with Gliscor because it couldn't really do anything to my Skarmory. And I switch in Dugtrio on the Stealth Rock. If he would have attacked me, it wouldn't matter because I still have my Focus Sash. But now that Heatran is gone, and the only thing that is left for him is his Gliscor, which can't really do things to me. And I switch in my Shaman because I thought I would be faster, but yet again that Gliscor is faster than me, so it's I think it's jolly with max speed then. But hey, what can one Gliscor with a Toxic Stall set do against a team with 5 guys and still Skarmory, so I can basically just PP stall him if needed, but I'm trying to get this over a little bit quicker, so I'm just going to wait until I predict a Protect, And then I'm going to switch out into my Tentacruel, because Tentacruel can take one Earthquake and retaliate with Scald, killing the Gliscor, because if he has max speed, I doubt he has some special defense EVs. So yeah, my Tentacruel would be able to KO it. Again, I keep on air slashing, stalling bit by bit, just until the point that I predict his Protect. I believe that's here. So, no, one more turn. I predict this double substitute, go for the air slash again. Now he protects, and I predicted that really nicely. My Tentacruel comes in, he's at 100%, so I can surely take an Earthquake, and I still have 36% left while I go for the Scald, and I win this battle. So yeah, that's really good. Now, for the next battle, it's against Sst222. As you can see in the team preview, we both have rain teams, and his is just as good balanced, I think, as mine is. Little bit offensive with some guys, like his Breloom and his Scizor, but mostly defensive with that Vaporeon that can really stall for ages. Breloom could be some kind of bulkier set, because with Poison Heal, yeah, we all know that Breloom heals quicker than most Pokemon do. And he also has a Gliscor, which also is Poison Heal, so he has 2 Poison Heal pokes, and that's going to be really, really terrible for me. Now, the Vaporeon is the thing that I fear the most, because in a rain team it's obviously going to be a hydration set, I think, and that thing has rest, and the only thing that can hit a Vaporeon hard is Shaman on my team. But problem here is that I can't one-shot it, and it might carry the Ice Beam, which could do some damage to me, but I don't know that yet. I didn't run any calcs before this battle, but it was a really long battle, 140 turns I believe, but I sped it up 2.5 times, so it should go really quick. And now we're going to look at it. Yeah, so I lead with my Politoed, predicting the Breloom, and I have the Chesto Berry, so I just go for the Ice Beam. It doesn't kill, I didn't expect it to, and now I switch in my Tentacruel as Sleep Fodder and switch directly into Skarmory. He has the Focus Punch, so that's really weird, I think, and yeah, hey, doesn't matter for me. Magnezone comes in trying to trap my Jirachi, but U-turn on Jirachi in combination with Dugtrio is so deadly. He already has a dead Magnezone on turn 10, and this is actually where it begins to take forever, because his Trapper is gone, so that's good, and the Magnezone got trapped for its own. And yeah, I just didn't know how to handle this team. On the damage on the Seed Flare and the Air Slash on the Scizor, I just know that it's a bulky set. So most of my guys can't touch that Scizor. Now, that Breloom is really dangerous. I have a poke asleep, so that's good, but it shouldn't be able to set up a sub, because Focus Punch is a 2-hit KO on my Skarmory, and that's really, really, really bad. So I need to watch out really good. Now, the Vaporeon does 43% with Ice Beam to my Shaman, more or less, so I'm watching out for that. Against that with Skarmory against Vaporeon, I noticed that I get my leftovers first, so Skarmory is also faster than Vaporeon. So there are all things that I have to remember, because if I don't, I might get killed by the Vaporeon on its own. Now, I have a Sleeping Tentacruel here, so I'm going to predict something to come in, like a Breloom, but it doesn't, and yeah, my Jirachi is going to get screwed. Or almost screwed, because he predicts my Shaman to come in and goes for the Ice Beam, and my Jirachi gets back to almost full health. The battle is really long, because we predict a lot, and we predict wrong as well. So it's really funny, actually, because there are turns that he can KO my pokes, but that I just predict something else, and there are turns that I could have killed his pokes, but that I predicted something else. So the battle actually takes really a long time, and we just both have pokes that heal really quick. Vaporeon with rest, Breloom and Gliscor with their poison heal. His Scizor has Roost. I think you can see that here. Yeah, why his Scissor has Roost. On my side, Skarmory has Roost, Shaman has Rest, my Rachi has Wish that can pass through to the others, and my Tentacle has a Rain Dish plus Black Sludge, while my Politoed is a Resto Chesto set. So they all heal really fast on both sides of the teams. So that's because that makes this a really long battle. Now I also mess things up. Here I go for the Aromatherapy with my Shaman. So that means that his Breloom can start sporing me again. And that's actually bad, because as soon as he spores, he gets a free sub. And then he can just punch the shit out of one of my guys. Now, as you can see, I go for the Thunder here on the Politoed, get a Parahax, and he's going to predict me to kill him, but I just went for the Iron Head because I thought I wouldn't be able to. And here he predicts the switch to my Skarmory really nice, goes into his Breloom and puts my Skarmory asleep. I predicted him to just go for the sub, so I stayed in with my Skarmory trying to whirlwind him out, but it didn't work like that. My Shaman, it was the thing that I was thinking that could take a Focus Punch really good, so or at least mediocre. At least Shaman took out his sub and stayed alive. Really good for me. Now I need to see that his Vaporeon can't kill my Shaman, because if that happens and my Shaman would be dead, then I'm royally screwed. Now his Scizor went for the Roost at the moment that I go for the Air Slash. He could have killed me, but I predicted him to Roost, so yeah, this all good. Now his Vaporeon comes in again, and I switch out to my Politoed, knowing that he can't do really much to me. Now he goes for the Toxic, and I go for the Rest to heal myself up again. As soon as Shaman pulls out another Aromatherapy, my Politoed will be awake, so it's all good. Now I go into Dugtrio trying to trap the Breloom, little bit as a sacrifice, because I didn't want that Breloom to Focus Punch one of my other guys, while the Dugtrio has a Focus Sash. You'll see that also in a minute, because he switches in his Breloom once again, and I'll just have to further out my Dugtrio. Now this is a funny thing, he can KO my Irachi with Hydro Pump, but he keeps over predicting, and I just stay in with my Irachi Iron Heading, and I get back to half health just with the leftovers. Now here I did something really stupid. I went for the Earthquake 2 times, thinking that it would do some kind of good damage, but it only did 28%, while Reversal, I could also have used Reversal. I wasn't at 1 HP, so Reversal would have done like 80% to the Breloom, and then it would have been dead. That would be very beneficial for me, because Breloom is just such a big threat. I didn't run any calcs because I was too lazy, and I just did them afterwards, so yeah, a little bit stupid on my part, but hey, I'm a stupid guy sometimes. Now I know, so I will be using it in the future. His Scizor comes in and sets +2 I think, and my Skarmory just whirlwinds it away, whirlwinds Vaporeon away, and that's all good. Now, since I use Aromatherapy somewhere, I'm going to use my Politoed as Sleep Father for his Spore. I know he isn't going to predict me to go into a Sleep Father, because he didn't do that last time. Now my Skarmory is awake, and that's all good for against that Breloom, because that's a pain in my ass. Now here I go for the Brave Bird, and I saw that Brave Bird did 25% to the Vaporeon. All good. I know it does 25%. I know my Skarmory is faster. So if it should happen that that Vaporeon is on a low amount of health, I can use my Skarmory to kill it. Now here I went for the Roost. If I went for 2 Brave Birds in a row, it wouldn't have killed the Vaporeon because of lefties, and he would have just roosted off, and I would have been in deep trouble, because then Skarmory would have been at too far on way too low health. Now I predict his Scizor to do anything, doesn't matter. Skarmory walls the shit out of it, and here I'm just going to switch into my Shaman. He goes for the Surf. It's just a real stall fest for Vaporeon versus Shaman. As soon as that is done, the battle will be much quicker, because Shaman gets walled by Scizor, Vaporeon gets walled by Shaman, it seems. Skarmory walls the shit out of his Scizor, so we can't really do anything to each other. until the Shaman and the Vaporeon are gone. Now his Breloom comes in again. I really should have killed it with reversal. It would have made my life so much easier. It would have brought the turns back to 120 maybe. Then it would have been over right here instead of the 20 turns more. Now Shaman again. I'm at 64% at this point. So as soon as this Vaporeon comes in here, and I'm going to switch out, predicting him to rest. So my Rachi actually gains back a little bit more health, and I'm going to switch out to predicting the Surf, and as you can see I have 47%, and here he gets a motherfucking crit with his Ice Beam, so my Shaman is dead, and I'm in so much troubles here. My Shaman is dead and his Vaporeon is alive. So I'm going to switch into Skarmory, hoping that, since I know that I can kill it, so that's all good. Stealth Rocks actually make sure of that, because Vaporeon comes in and he thinks he can outspeed me and rest, but he can't. So now Vaporeon is dead, and it's 43 in my advantage. I know I can win this game as long as I don't get hacks now, and actually I'm going to hex him. His Scizor gets the burn, he gets critted, it's all in my favor. It just really speeds up the battle, because Skarmory can wall him even at +6. Now his Breloom comes in and he reveals his Leech Seed. So oh no, I saw that against the Dugtrio. It was really weird to see that Breloom having Leech Seed and stuff, but yeah. That were the two battles. Comment, rate, subscribe, do everything you want in the comments, as long as it has to do with a battle. You can also ask me for other things, maybe requesting some kind of battles, give teams that I want to make, and then do some battles with it. It's all good. If you want to battle me, you can also say that. I come to Smogon server as soon as you want that or something. Doesn't all matter. So just put those thumbs up on the video below. It helps the video to get noticed. It's really important, and you make me very, very happy. Now that was it. So goodbye YouTube, and I'll see you in the finals of my tournament. Bye.